How often do we talk about youth crime and ask, where are the parents? Well, one mum, Loretta, is putting her hand up. She's desperate for help because police, child safety and youth justice can't step in.
This is my child. I'm trying to do the right thing as a parent.
This is a desperate mum.
And it's just frustrating.
A very good mum who loves her son.
Yeah, sorry.
But can't get help.
What's your worst fear?
That I got a phone call saying he's killed himself.
It's the middle of the night. Single mum of 4 children, Loretta captures movement on her security cameras inside her Maryborough home. It's not someone breaking in, but her 14-year-old son sneaking out with friends. He won't be back for days, and legally, Loretta can't stop him.
Us as parents have no rights when it comes to teens self-placing and running around. The police actually have no rights to help with that, and child safety have no rights.
Self-placing. In a world of trendy teenage emojis and acronyms, this is the latest lingo for some kids, and a legal term at that. It's when a child under the age of 16 chooses to leave home and live elsewhere, often in accommodation they've arranged.
I was quite serious to a social worker and I said, I need him home. She said, you're not going to keep him home. And I'm like, I will lock him in. And she said that would be illegal.
This is where Loretta's son prefers to call home right now. The bathroom sink is full of grime, mattresses are on the floor, and it appears drugs and vapes are in use.
Is he safe where he is at the moment?
No, I don't believe so. And to be honest, the police have told me they don't deem us safe. And child safety has said that is not a safe location for them, but no one can remove him. Sorry.
It wasn't always like this. Up until March, Loretta's boy was doing well.
And he came home one day from school and said, I applied for a job and I've got an interview. And I was like, I'm so proud of you. And took him to his interview and he got the job on the spot.
And he sounds like he's a boy who's got so much potential.
He's a beautiful kid. Truly. He's just fallen in with the wrong crowd.
A young crowd who was quickly becoming notorious around Maryborough on community Facebook pages, caught on CCTV prowling streets, cars, homes at night.
That's chilling to watch.
Isn't it? Just the vision as well, just how sneaky.
One day, when Loretta's son was home, she confronted him.
And I looked on my kitchen table and I found fishing lures and fishing equipment. And I went, you don't have any money. How did we get this? He told me the shop had given it to him.
Facebook confirmed her fears.
And that was the first thing I saw on our community page, was the fishing shop saying, boys, can you come back in and pay for these items?
She called police.
I wanted him to actually be forced to go to the shop and apologise face to face. And they obviously weren't going to let him do that. I speak to a police officer one day and they say that's a child safety issue. I ring up child safety the same day and they go, that's a police issue.
And yet the community says it's a parent's issue.
Correct.
I would say probably 5-6% are bad parents out there. The rest are good parents trying their best.
How often do you hear those stories and this frustration from parents?
Very often. Most of the time, actually.
And Bob Davis should know. For 17 years, he's run Operation Hard Yakka, a military-style camp for at-risk youth, where they're armed with gel blasters, but also hugs, love and life lessons.
But when they come bush and they're under army shelters, mosquito nets, and cooking their own food, digging a hole to go for a poo, then they go back to our base camp and they have all that. It's a miracle. It's like a resort. And then we talk about what have you got at home.
Bob has a 90% success rate transforming lives, like RJ's.
You've got to respect and love everything you have. You know, family, a bed to sleep in, whatever the case is, yeah.
How easy is it to fall through the cracks, though?
Easy. You know, it takes you 10 years to do something right, and then it takes you to lose everything.
Parents pay a couple of $1,000s for Bob's program. He did have government funding, but the former Queensland Labor government scrapped that. He's reapplying, hoping the new Crisafulli government, who's funding a new regional reset program for at-risk youth, will change that.
So the sooner we can get them, the earlier we can get them, the better. Make them understand that they're being very selfish because they're hurting the ones that love them. If you've got a bed to sleep in, who gave you that bed? Who worked for that bed?
In Loretta's home, that's her. A mum of 4 who cleans homes to make ends meet, putting fresh sheets on her teenager's bed. She checks it every morning, hoping he's snuck back home.
Are you at that point yet where you might just have to step back and go, I can't?
I'm nearly there. I don't want to be.
If your son is watching this right now, what would you say to him?
Please come home. Please.
Wow, desperate plea from a desperate mum. And just this week, the Queensland Government announced a review of out-of-home care for at-risk youth because something has to change.